Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 19. I'm Andy and this is a Let's Play on Bioreal Farm in the US. So I am cultivating this into the ground here, which was actually turning out to be stupid because this is, I think, one of the fields that are going to be put fallow. It is one of the fields, yes, so I shouldn't have done this, but I've been sort of trying to plan the crop rotation on a farm and by reading up on how crop rotation works, and so there's been different ways of doing this. We'll plant oilseed radish on this field again, and we'll have another level of fertilization. This is second one, so we'll have a third one. Yeah. So we're just going to finish this row and then we'll park our tractor. So this is the new tractor. As you can tell in the lower right corner, I've already done 8.7 hours. I spent most of it yesterday cultivating, actually. Cultivated a lot of fields. Actually, we'll cultivate that field over there too. So plant oilseed radish on it anyway. So I'm trying to look into how to set up my cultivation, crop rotation practices. It's a bit interesting. I can read a lot on it. I'm looking into like a 3-stage system. First year we'll do corn, second year we'll do soybeans or wheat or something, and then we'll have a fallow year. Or we'll plant oilseed radish and we'll use that. But I'm not 100% sure, because in the farming in FS19 it's I should probably plant oilseed radish between every year, so that will end up with more money. Okay, you can also see I bought a shed, and that was to fit all the equipment and all the headers, mostly actually. I need to clean up that back thing there. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Yeah, this is pain. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm making a mess here. Literally making quite a big mess. For some reason I'm not getting out of here. One thing I don't like about particular tractors is that they are actually kind of hard to steer, I think. So we don't have a ton of money, but we have a good deal with our bank, so we'll be able to make money, I think. So I'll just set up hide work. So I've done a lot of cultivating. 8.7 hours is a lot of cultivating, which meant I cultivated every field that needed to be cultivated. So 108, 111, 106, 105 was okay. Actually, maybe I need to cultivate that. No. 109. 98, these one of them doing 104 I needed, so quite a lot. And these are the fields we own. We're gonna switch on over to Excel because I want to show you what I set up there. Here we go. So these are the fields I own. Actually, it's one field that I divided into 3 parts, but this I own, and then these are the ones I lease. So the year 1 was just this one, and these ones, and year 2, these are the fields I'm doing. So this is the setup. I'm doing fallow on those ones, and I'm doing corn on that one. I'm going to try to do a succession of fallow, corn, and soybeans or wheat, and then we'll start over again. But I haven't decided. I mean, I could do corn, wheat, and then fallow plant. Well, I don't know. I haven't thought that through yet. So if you look at our year, this year, we planted only 32 acres of soybeans. So these are the fields. But well, sometimes that will be. Next year we'll do a lot of soybeans. We'll do soybeans on all of these fields next year. Soybeans on these fields. Will be more, so it will grow more next year. And then corn, 206 acres of corn, so quite a lot of corn. So I looked at, I think the average is 196. So this is the bushel. So if we say make 48 bushels an acre, it will yield 17,000 at 11. With corn, if you make so total $179,000 is our calculated profit, but we'll get that next year. If you look at our costs per year, so I updated all the numbers here with combined costs. So I'm going to come to fertilizer cost later, but track costs, I updated all of this. So the cost would be 174,800, except without our retirement plan fund. So with our retirement plan is 203. So we should actually make a plus. We won't make a plus because our income will be like 20 grand from the last year's crop. So, but next year we'll make a better income. We need to add seed and herbicide. Herbicide isn't too expensive, but seed will cost us a bit. So we go back to the fields calculation here. We'll go down to this post fertilizer. So it's the same fields. I also calculated how many applications we need. So we need 1 on this. We need 3 on this. So these are the ones we need to apply. So total there. So 16 applications in total. So I found a web page where you could calculate how much it would cost with fertilizer and someone doing it. And there wasn't a big difference between doing it yourself and hire someone to do it. So we're gonna hire someone. So the total cost for this year for fertilizing is 9,486, and that's because these aren't fallow mostly. So these are big fields, so these would cost a lot of money. But we're just doing 236 out of 239 out of our and 3, so about half of it we're not actually growing. So this is our fertilizer cost for this year, which I just transported into this thing there. Okay. Seed usage. So using our table, which you can find in the what's it called? In the link description, there's a table for the real numbers mod. Sorry, lost my word. There's a table there. You can find how much seed is used to do things, to seed our. So it's per hectare. So I recalculated into acres. But the number we see here is the amount of seed we are planning to use to plant the different fields. So this is 260 liters. So liters, 260 liters for the corn. So total for the corn is 3,187 liters of corn seed, and soybeans is 1,355. So an oilseed radish I just calculated for the every field. So we're gonna probably plant all of the fields with oilseed radishes as a cover crop. So that's 7,975 liters. I haven't looked on how many crates this is, but I'll do that later. I could probably do it like this. So if we say, just put this here. So if we go into our game, we can see how much it's in every pallet. So if we see soybeans, so that's 320 per pallet. So 320 per pallet. 320. So this divided by 320 is 4. I don't know if that's calculated upwards. So 5. 320. Let's say, look at corn. Maize seed here. So that's 120 liters per pallet. That was expensive. Sometimes I just want to buy like these big ones, which is a lot of money, but a lot of seed in there. So maize 120 liters. 120. So that equals divide by 120. Oh my god, that's a lot of maize. Sorry. This is gonna be expensive. Oilseed radish. I'm just gonna go to that's 130 liters per pallet. This times 130. I mean, it adds up if you look at how much you use. I used last year, so definitely correct. But still, 62 pallets. So, okay, that's a lot of fun. Actually, we're gonna do like this. We're gonna this over. Kind of fun. I want to know how much it is. So if we say oilseed radish, that was 130 per pallet. So this times 130. Oh, this is so much money. Gonna turn all this to dollars. So corn, that's corn, maize is 650. That's so much. This times how much was soybean? Soybean was 513. No, that's correct. Oh, no, sorry. 88. Sorry. So my just seed cost would be 27 grand. Okay, so now we're looking at 200 grand and we had an income of 180, so that's not enough. I'm thinking this farming thing is not, maybe not. I have to look at the seed. That seems awfully like a lot for seeds, especially corn seed. I need to check on how much corn seed actually is. I mean, this is the big cost. You could probably cut that down somewhat. Or we post to it next year. So if we say to go just playing around with numbers here. We say we planted, so the fields we need to plant fallow. I mean, this is still 7 grand for one level of fertilization is still a lot less than you would have to pay if you had one level of fertilization on this. So if you say you fertilized, because that's the thing, this is this year, money this year, which is a lot of money of course, but then next year we're gonna have basically slightly less for soybeans. Then you use more soybeans per field. But this is still a lot of money. I have to look around if you can find cheaper seed for corn. I don't know about this. I don't know about pricing. If you look at pricing currently in the game, it says corn is $3.97 per bushel. Soybeans are $10.46. It's not even this anyway. But you definitely have to plan so you sell it at the right time. Otherwise, it's gonna be a mess. But then again, I mean, this year we're only planting about half our land, so we have quite a lot of payment on land which we're not planting. But next year, I mean, just if I just play around with next year's some numbers, say next year we'll plant this, plant this, plant this. Well, these will be fallow. Plant this, plant this, plant this. So next year we're gonna plant. I can't be right. I must make. We don't have that much acres. Probably miss. So this. These. So next year we're going to plant almost all the area, which will be 470 acres. And if you look at how much money you would make from that, so say corn, soybeans will be this. Corn would be let's see, this and this. So if you look at next year's numbers, we're making less here, but next year we're gonna spend basically the same amount of money for seeding, but we're gonna make not twice, but a lot more money next year. So this is just the way crop rotation works, that some years you'll get less and some years you'll get more. And so in the long run we're gonna recuperate this money, but it will next year of course won't make this money. We'll get this grain, we'll make this money next year. So it will take a few years before we'll be in the plus. If you follow me. So we're gonna make money eventually. I'm hoping, but it will take a couple of rotations to get there. This first year here we're gonna have a lot of expenditure. So this is 202 we're looking at. We're gonna make like 76 plus 20 grand or so. So 96, so we're gonna lose 100 grand. But our bank, we talked to our bank, they're with it. Long-term investment, we're gonna make the money back. It was always gonna be going big, it's gonna cost a lot of money in the beginning. And eventually we're gonna get it back, slowly, over time. So this year is gonna be, well, interesting financially. So the retirement plan is a bit off in the future. So would I do this in real life? No, probably sure I wouldn't do this, and I wouldn't get the bank to lend me a cool $1 million, or maybe even more, $1.5 million, just to make it go before we make the money back. But I mean, you see this is long-term investment for sure. You can't just do it a little bit. It's a long-term investment in a lot of senses. But then again, if you look at the numbers here, we started out, this was last year, and this is our net worth this year. But we increased our loan value quite a lot, and that's going to increase over the year, of course. Unfortunately, but some short-term credits, which is a few years in this case, is going to increase. But we have a good bank. We're pretending we have a good bank. I don't think a bank would buy this in real life. You would have some really good numbers for this, for a bank to go to do this. So I'm thinking probably wouldn't. But we definitely need to use Autosteer radish as a way to fertilize. Otherwise, I mean, there's no way we're getting good yields. There's no way getting this out of here. So we'll see. It will be interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording here. Thank you for watching this episode, which is mostly an Excel document again. Next time maybe I'll start seeding, or be a bit into seeding. I'm Andy. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.